So my future was abandoned. You know what? Let's just pull up the lyrics. I'm sorry, I can't do this. I want to, and I'm pausing way too much, and it's irritating me. When it irritates me, that's a problem. What up, Sinners Infinite Sin, back with another reaction today. You guys, thank you for being at the drawing for Level 3 Patreon the other night. I've already contacted all the winners. They will be getting their prizes within the next week or two, hopefully. And we'll see. Shipping's tricky for international shipping, but thank you guys for showing up, hanging out with me, and attending the lives. As always, I love socializing with you guys. It's always a pleasure. I have been reading Hermann Hesse's Damien for the last couple of days. I've been taking my time with it, absorbing the material, and I am so interested in this story. It's so good. I don't know. I honestly don't know how I went this long without reading this book, given my background in English. I haven't made it far. I'm on chapter 3, The Thief on the Cross. It's subsectioned into like 15 different sections how I'm reading it, but technically I'm on chapter 3, and the story is very compelling, and I love the symbolism so far. I love the message, and I love the progression within the story, and I'm thinking about maybe giving a review, like my opinion on it after it's all said and done. So y'all stay tuned for that. Maybe that'll come out. So today we're going to be doing BTS's Boy Meets Evil comeback trailer, because I think it's next on the list, but to, I guess, grasp either what's next or what's coming or what I missed. I honestly don't know. I just know that this is next. We're going to check it out, hopefully understand a little bit better. I know it was only 2 chapters, but it's like, or 3 chapters. I don't know. It was like 2 chapters already, but I feel like there was a lot explained about Two Worlds so far, and friendship and mental illness with stability and depression. Like there's a lot going on in that book, so maybe I can like pick some things out. Maybe they'll have some things in here that'll relate back to those shorts, because I'm just like you guys, like I'm completely lost as to what all those shorts mean. I don't want any spoilers. I don't need any spoilers. I want to figure this out on my own, so if you guys can please refrain from that in the comments, I'd greatly appreciate it. And yeah, that's it. So we're going to go ahead and get started on this. I'm kind of tired. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm going to do my best to make the best out of this video. This is 2 minutes and 52 seconds long. And as you guys know, with the breakdown and analysis, we'll probably end up making this a 15-minute video. So I'm just going to stop talking and we're going to go ahead and watch it. Guys, Boy Meets Evil.
My scene was not specifically this or that, but consisted of having shaken hands with the devil. The devil held me in his clutches. The enemy was behind me.
Must be in this next chapter. I like the vibe.
어두워져가 내 미래의 빛 지기 어린 사랑의 이른 꿈의 내 야망의 도끼 매어 칼을 갈았지 but 참을 수 없는 내 욕심에 칼을 무뎌져 알고 있었다 이 사랑은 악마의 또 다른 이름 손을 잡지 마 외쳤지만 쳐버렸지 내 양심을 날이 갈수록 느끼는 날카로운 실드 현실에 지겨둔 때 묻은 비트 생각 못했지 그 욕심이 지옥을 부르는 나팔이 터지는 숨이 차오르고 뒤틀린 현실에 눈 감는 매일 밤 울리는 비극에 오르고 But 이 죄를 벗기에 그걸 잊는 게 당초에 포기가 안 돼요 그 소리 너무 달콤했기에 연했지 스포레진 미래 깨어나고 볼 땐 이미 사방인지를 건드릴 수 없는 매성주의 시선들 기적고 외쳐 현실을 미치도록 좋았지 달콤함에 중독된 병신 그래 병신 놓치기 싫어 쌍마의 손길을 Too bad But it's the sweet It's the sweet It's the sweet Too bad But it's the sweet It's the sweet It's the sweet Too bad But it's the sweet It's the sweet It's the sweet Too bad But it's the sweet It's the sweet It's the sweet It's too evil It's too evil Yeah, it's so evil
Okay, so I purposely didn't say anything throughout that entire. I just wanted to watch it, get it out of the way, and it's very interesting. There's a lot going on there. I did notice some things, and we're gonna go back and review it. I know there are some viewers who probably won't appreciate the amount of pausing I'm about to do, and I'm sorry, but this is how we break down the videos. This is how we understand what's going on. And this is how we're going to learn what this song's about, or at least take a guess at what the song's about. Now, I'll give my opinions in the beginning. The first thing I want to say is that I feel like this book that I'm reading, this Damien, is going to have a lot of answers to come in reference to what's going on with this whole storyline and help me understand it a little bit better. Now, we will go back and we will do reviews on all the Wings shorts, and we'll do theories on all these videos, I promise. But right now we're just kind of carrying on until I get this book finished. Alright, so because I want to know just as much as you guys, and I need to know what comes next. Help me figure out what that short series is about and how it all ties together. So maybe if you guys know, y'all can throw it in the comments for me. Don't tell me what's going on. Just tell me what I need to watch to figure it out. All right? Okay? All right. So we're going to go back. We're going to look at the visuals because there was a lot going on in there. There's some special effects going on in there. And I really want to take a look at it real quick. So we're going to watch it one more time. And I will pause when I see something. So...
My scene was not specifically this or that, but consisted of having shaken hands with the devil. The devil held me in his clutches. The enemy was behind me.
So, like, in that line right there, where I'm at with the book, it's it's worded a little bit differently, but I want to say that's part of the Cain chapter, but I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not very far in the book, but it sounds like what I got done reading today. So, I try to go a chapter at a time to make sure that I can absorb the information. But as far as I know, that sounds a lot like the chapter not the Cain chapter. Was the Cain chapter? Hang on, let me check. I'm not going to listen to it. I just want to... Yeah, the Cain chapter. So, sounds like it came from there. Alright, so we're not too far behind. That's a good thing. Alright, so Boy Meets Evil. Excuse me. And this is all Hobie, so... Before the song gets into it, let's focus on this first scene. The scene starts out with J-Hope he's on his knees, and he is somewhat bound by the area around him, by the darkness that surrounds him, right? And you can see these bars right here, kind of resemblant of a prison, a facility used for keeping someone enclosed. Like, this whole facility looks like a prison, so maybe the darkness is the prison. Right? Now, as the light hit him, he shook his cuffs down. Alright, symbolism could be for the restraints of the darkness, the shadows. The light hits him and he gets up off his knees. He realizes he can move.
어두워져가 내 미래의 빛 지기 어린 사랑의 이른 꿈을 꾸 내 야망의 도끼 매어 칼을 갈았지 뭐 참을 수 없는 내 욕심에 칼을 묻어져 알고 있었다 이 사랑은 악마의 또 다른 이름 손을 잡지 마 외쳤지만 쳐버렸지 내 양심을 날이 갈수록 느끼는 날카로운 실드 현실에 지겨분 깨묻은 비트 생각 못했지 그 욕심이 지옥을 부르는 나팔이 터지는
Alright, so in that dance sequence, he noticed as he walked into a room of darkness, because he was free, the symbolism I would take it to mean, because he's free, any room he walks in lights up. You notice that when he walked into the room lit up. And you guys are always telling me that hope is your sunshine, metaphorically speaking. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was kind of interesting. I also think it's kind of interesting that the inside of the room is a purple. I don't know if it's the right color. I can't tell, but it looks purple. So it looks purple to me. And now that we're at this scene, he's choking on something. And then we get back to this whole like this repeating, covering the mouth thing. Right there. And what I wanted to say, in the last video I saw, I think it was Lie, where Jimin covered his mouth. It looked like he was throwing up. I thought about it. What if that's not him throwing up, but rather something trying to escape his body, you know? So maybe that is him fighting with what's inside him, trying to leave him, or maybe enter again. You never know. Also, throughout his dance sequence, you can see they're trying to eliminate his shadow quite a bit. Like, it's there, but like, the angle of the lights, they're trying their best to eliminate this shadow for some reason. The symbolism, whatever. And I know this is just a spot on the floor, but I think that's awkwardly angled with his, coincidentally angled with where his shadow would be, and you see that could be a wing, but I know that's probably just a spot. 숨이 차오르고 뒤틀린 현실에 눈 감는 매일 밤 울리는 비극에 오르고 이줘요 먹게 그걸 잊는 게 당초에 보기가 안 돼요 그 소리 너무 달콤하게 연애. Alright, so let's look at this. Let's go back and look at this. The dance moves are on point. Like, J-Hope is killing it. I remember we watched the live during one of my lives of him dancing, and he was just grooving all over that floor, dude. And I have such mad respect for his choreography. It's so solidly, like, every motion has its lock point, and he hits it every time. So almost like he doesn't have, look at him, it's like almost like he doesn't have control of his own body. Like a puppet. Alright, so we're gonna look at this. This is special effects. Pretty obvious. This is special effects right here. These weren't in the floor. These are just black lines that they made in post-edit to make it look like it, and then they added a stomp effect where this part was probably either a green screen scene or somebody created it and then incorporated the rocks breaking from another piece of footage, blended it together, and put it in with the video, and they did a great job. It looks good. I almost didn't see it the first time. But all this is real. All this is real. So, this might be a stage, but all this is actually real. Oh, no, it's not. I'll be damned. Okay, let's go back. It's not real. See, even I can mess up. See, it's not there anymore. Maybe it was real and they did it post-edit. Like, they did this scene and then they smashed the place up and then they filmed that one scene. What? Okay, the flexibility on his leg is insane. Okay, before we jump on that, look at this room. So this room looks like there's blood all over the walls. I know blood's a different color under fluorescent light, right? And this could be a multitude of things. It looks like a battle has gone on in this room. This could be like what it looks like to be in his head. This is the type of battle he's been dealing with. If it's in regards to like some mental stress, I don't know. I don't know what the song's about. We'll find out when we do the lyrics. But for me, it looks like there was a massive massacre and somebody or multiple people didn't make it out alive. So this is also used to discover things. So like when you do the fluids under a UV, I think it's UV light, and detectives use it to find clues that aren't visible with the naked eye. And this could be symbolism for like him discovering things that he didn't necessarily see before. Maybe. And it's on his clothes too, which I think is weird. His shirt's the only thing that's clean. So, and his cuffs keep dangling down. They aren't like that in some scenes, but they are in others. And I don't get that. That's a wonderful looking shirt though. The wings, obviously, special effects. It's the same pair of wings every time. Wasn't Jungkook the one that had the wings in the first one? In the first short? I want to say it was. So are they connected in some way? Let's see, J-Hope was what, number 5? So he was connected to Jimin, wasn't he? Can you have multiple connected pairs? Y'all answer me that question. Maybe I could be wrong. I may be remembering it wrong, but that's weird. And the fact that he's got the 2 light fixtures here in this position, this is like symmetrically on either side of him. I wonder if that means anything, or like if it was just coincident they wanted to center the frame and they put them in, because if you notice, it's like almost equidistant on either side. So, any other aspects of the shadow I should be paying attention to? Okay, so we're just looking at the wings. He's darkened out to symbolize something that's not there but is there. So. And then I want to look at this. This is not what I saw, at least on this one, in the shorts. Where are the feathers? Where are the feathers? They're not there. They're not there anymore. Maybe when they paired up, it disappeared. I'll have to go take another look at it. Okay, so one more time, we're going to go through it. We're going to check the lyrics this time. Guys, if this is annoying, I'm so sorry, but this is how I roll. For those of you who know how I roll, I hope that this video is not too long for you guys. So let's see what they're saying. Now, this is big hit labels, so they should have a clear understanding, clearly interpreted subtitles for me. So hopefully this works.
My scene was not specifically this or that, but consisted of having shaken hands with the devil. The devil held me in his clutches. The enemy was behind me.
So if this is about the part in the book that I think it's about, if this is part of the book that I think it's about, at that specific point, the main character had become free of a burden that was ruining his life, and due to the help of his friend, and he felt like himself again once he got out of that containment, that weight was lifted off of his shoulders, and he felt like himself again, and it was back to normal life. It was back to being them. And not only did he notice it, but his parents noticed it, and he felt like all was right in the world. So that may have something to do with this. That would incorporate what's going on in the beginning.
어두워져가 내 미래의 빛 지기 어린 사랑의 이른 꿈의 길내 야망의 도끼 매어 칼을 갈았지 but 참을 수 없는 내 욕심에 칼을 무뎌져 알고 있었어 이 사랑은 악마의 또 다른 이름 손을 잡지 마 외쳤지만 쳐버렸지 내 양심을 날이 갈수록 느끼는 내 가로는 실드 현실에 지겨운 게 묻은 비트 생각 못했지 그 욕심이 지옥을 부르는 나팔이 터지는.
Okay, so the lyrics don't necessarily have much to do with the parts I've read. It may come later. So he says, the light of my future. Wait. It's getting dark. It says, it's getting dark, the light of my future. Because of childish love, I've lost my way of dreaming.
내 야망의 도끼 매어 칼을 갈았지 but 참을 수 없는 내 욕심에 칼을 무뎌져 알고 있어.
Okay, so he said the knife of ambition can be poisonous and it's sharp. Right? He sharpened his knife of poisonous ambition.
매어 칼을 갈았지 but 참을 수 없는.
But because of unbearable greeds, the knife has gotten dull. It's like you can be ambitious in life, but because of the greed of being successful, the ambition can grow dull, your appreciation can grow dull. I'm not quite sure the lyrics are 100% correct, but I'm gonna do my best to hopefully make this make sense. But because of ambitions and success, the greed of that success can make your life dull. The knife doesn't necessarily have to be a knife.
내 야망의 도끼 매어 칼을 갈았지.
I sharpened my knife. So if you just pointed my life at ambition and became greedy, the knife became, so his life became dull. Because there was no appreciation.
없는 내 욕심에 칼을 무뎌져 알고 있었어. 이 사랑은 악마의 또 다른 이름 손을 잡지 마.
Love is another name for evil. It sounds like their label telling them they can't date. Even though I shout it, I betrayed my heart. As days go by, feeling acute reality, I shed crimson blood. cut by that reality. Even though I shot, I betrayed my conscience. Haze go by feeling it. He feels acute reality. So cute would mean small or precise reality. Even though he shouts it out, I betrayed my conscience. Something in him's telling him it's not right, and it's screaming at him. But as every day goes by, the reality of it is becoming less and less important. Shed my crimson blood, until one day it ended up destroying who he is. And that's the blood on the wall. That's what that is. That's his conscience. That's what's left of him. Maybe. I don't know. That's my theory. The greed would become a horn calling upon hell. To the point where he can't breathe. Crying what? What is Oracle? Short of breath. Closing my eyes to a distorted reality. Crying Oracle. I'm sorry, guys. An oracle of tragedy. Oracle? An oracle of tragedy? But to be free from his sin. I can't give up forgetting it because those lips were too sweet. Oh my god. So even though all this trouble is coming his way, he says he doesn't regret it because the taste of it is too sweet. The taste of success, or the taste of happiness, maybe? Or the taste of temptation? This could be about temptation. What would the temptation be? Did any of them try to date at all? Or did any of them like freak out at being famous in the beginning to where they forgot about their fans? Like, to where the crowd's just loving them was so much of a what do you call it? An envelopment that they got lost in it and forgot to appreciate their fans. Possibility. See, these cracks weren't here before. What's going on here? I'm sorry, I got caught up in the graphics. So my future was abandoned. You know what? Let's just pull up the lyrics. I'm sorry, I can't do this. I want to, and I'm pausing way too much, and it's irritating me. When it irritates me, that's a problem. BTS, Boy Meets Evil. In English. The trumpet is heralding hell. Okay. Will become the trumpet heralding hell. Okay, at least we figured out what oracle means. Alright. Let's do this. You guys have seen the video enough. I know you guys have. So let's make this a separate window. Let's minimize it. right? We'll zoom in on it. Or we'll put it to the side, just like that. And rewind it for the last time. Breath getting shorter. When I woke up, traps everywhere. When I woke up, I was surrounded by landmines. Because I was drunk on dating. Oh, okay, there it is. I threw my future away because I was drunk on dating. When I woke up, I was surrounded by landmines. Surrounded by people's stares that can't be touched. I shout for a miracle in this reality. Huh. Rewind. Okay, there goes the rewind. Thanks for the sub. Sorry. Okay, so hopefully you guys don't hate me after this, but that was a lot of pausing and going back and stuff. That was aggravating. Alright, so it was crazy good. He wants to go back. He said rewind, so he wants to go back. It was crazy good. I was an idiot addicted to the sweetness. Yeah, an idiot. I didn't want to let go of the devil's hand. Temptation.
But it's the sweet, it's the sweet, it's the sweet too bad. But it's the sweet, it's the sweet, it's the sweet too bad. But it's the sweet, it's the sweet, it's the sweet too bad. But it's the sweet, it's the sweet, it's the sweet. It's the evil. It's too evil.
Wow.
It's too evil. Yeah, it's evil.
Absolutely amazing. Okay, so I still want to know about that dot. Okay, so go ahead and close it out. I'm going to go ahead and say this now. We're going to do it this way from now on. Because this was way easier to understand and not have to sit here for 3 hours seeing if there's a meaning behind a subtitled lyric. So, guys, I apologize if I put you guys through visual hell with all of that. But we now have an established way of doing that, and I'm excited about it because this was just extremely helpful. And I know some of you guys a lot of you guys have suggested this, and I'm sorry it took me so long. And hopefully you forgive me. Hopefully none of you unsubbed while you were watching that and seeing me pause and go back like 8 times. Wow, it's really good. So I remember you guys telling me that the label wouldn't let them date, right? And they said if they couldn't date, how could they write love songs? And to replace songs with girl and love with like friendship and stuff. I still think it could be about success and temptation. It doesn't necessarily have to be about a girl. What if like love is like being in love with the music industry or being in love with stardom? Oh, anyway, that was a great video. It had the right amount of special effects. The dance moves were on point. The lyrics were awesome once we figured it out. And I promise you guys, from now on, I'm going to do it this way. And that was great. I don't even know what to say. Guys, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for putting up with my BS today. And if you haven't already done so, man, follow the links in the description. Patreon, Twitter. If you liked it, I don't know if anybody's going to like this video, but if you like my content, subscribe and give me a chance to keep making videos just like the end of this one was, not the pausing. I'm going to go ahead and get started on reading the rest of this book. Hopefully I'll have most of it done by the end of the week. I'm kind of taking my time on it, but this is already long-winded enough, so I think we've said all we need to say. I hope y'all are staying safe. I hope y'all are healthy. I love you guys. I will check you guys later.